Thank you so very, very much for doing that. I greatly appreciate it. I actually received it because I was at the school this morning, so thank you for your purchase. Links in bio if you want to purchase anything else. I'm wasting a lot of time because now we got to talk about this one right here. Douglas County, named after Senator Stephen A. Douglas, or as Charles Sumner referred to him as, the noiseless, squat, and nameless animal. Yeah. You know, this guy. Stephen A. Douglas, as we all may know, is an expansionist and is the creator of the Kansas-Nebraska Act. Stephen A. Douglas is a Jacksonian Democrat. That means he very much believes in the will of the people and that the people should have the final say. He is going to promote the doctrine of popular sovereignty. In this case, popular sovereignty is going to be a state gets to decide whether or not they allow slavery. And the two states that he is fighting over and that he wants to decide whether or not they're going to allow slavery are Kansas and Nebraska, thus the Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854. He pushes very hard for that to happen. He supports the Intercontinental Railroad, and he wants every territory to be made a state. Southern states do not want expansion, especially in northern territories above the Missouri Compromise line. They honestly believe that if that line moves up, then slavery is done for. Douglas believes that the Missouri Compromise was already wiped out by the Compromise of 1850, so it's no longer valid, so the Kansas-Nebraska Act is perfect. Now, after the Dred Scott decision is made, which the Supreme Court rules that African Americans are not citizens and slavery cannot be barred in any territory, he comes up with what's called the Freeport Doctrine. This is a legal theory that states that slavery can only exist if laws are there policing it. Even if the Supreme Court says you can't regulate slavery, you still can regulate slavery, you just have to have the support of the people. That's where his Jacksonianness comes in. He believes that the people are the ultimate will. And he's not entirely wrong in saying that the people are the ultimate source of power, especially in the United States of America. Just the way that they express that power. When Abraham Lincoln runs against Douglas for the Illinois Senate seat in 1858, during their series of debates, the Lincoln-Douglas debates, which there are 7 of them, Lincoln makes the argument that popular sovereignty as it is laid out by Douglas only means that white people get to choose who's going on. And that's not fair because African Americans are the one being affected by it. Douglas resoundingly rejects that African Americans are entitled to any rights. He does not believe that. He believes the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the Founders founded a white nation. He also runs for president. Democrats split the ticket, and Lincoln wins the presidency in 1860. Douglas goes on to very much push for the United States to stay together. He supports the Union, goes on a tour trying to get support from the Union, and we're going to have to do a part 2.